Yeah, it's on the side. Oh wait, it's an ad. We had an ad there. There we go. All right, sounds good.
This is North Myrtle Beach Chiefs basketball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Hello and welcome to the North Myrtle Beach High School gym here in Little River as the number 14 North Myrtle Beach Chiefs get ready to take on the Hartsville Red Foxes in a home game, their third in region play. My name is Brandon Biskoping. I'll be bringing you all the action, and joining me as per usual, Tyler Kerp. And Tyler, a tough loss for North Myrtle Beach against Wilson, albeit against a very strong Wilson team this past Tuesday, but they look to rebound and get a big win in region play tonight.
Well, it was a very winnable game for the Chiefs on Tuesday, but they were successful in containing Chase Hayes and Loyal McQueen, notably Chase Hayes, who shot 4 of 21 from the field, and I believe only had 15 points, which is a little under half of what she's averaging thus far.
Yeah, she was averaging about 28 points per game going into that game, and North Myrtle Beach was able to pretty much shut her down. While it was a loss, they lost 61-55 to Wilson. It was definitely a learning experience for the Chiefs. And for Hartsville, they come in with a 10-8 record, averaging 55.1 points a game. Opponents averaging 52.2 points a game. Their last game was a 73-57 loss to Marlborough County. These two teams have apparently only played twice in their school's history, and both of those were last year. They split the series 1-1, with the last game being a 57-47 victory to Hartsville at Hartsville. And some people to look out for Hartsville. Lauren Thomas has gotten to the line a lot, has shot 90 free throws this season. She's averaging a double-double right now, averaging 10 points a game and 15.3 rebounds a game. And she also has some presence on the inside with 1.8 blocks per game. They also have 2 3-point threats with Amianta Sutton, who has shot 77 threes, and Jazelyn Pendergrass, who has taken 157 threes. So a lot of 3-point threats for these Red Foxes. We'll go to the interview with Coach Smith real quick, and then we'll come back with some pregame analysis and keys to the game. So be sure to stay tuned right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. I'm here with Coach Smith before the game against Hartsville, and Coach, a tough loss this past Tuesday against Wilson. But there were some good moments in that game, especially towards the end. How do you build upon that game, and how do you use that as a teaching lesson going into this game?
Well, I really think that we showed that we belong defensively by holding McQueen to 15 points, 0 3. She didn't score any three-pointers, which is a great accomplishment for us as a team. And it also allowed us to see what our capabilities were going up against a high-caliber player like that. And just coming off the bench, some of the players, they really stepped up. The day of Vereen, she kicked butt on defense. Destiny Vereen went out there as a 7th grader and did good things. And just overall, we saw some things from our team that we've never seen before.
Speaking of the bench, you're going to be a little short-handed tonight. Ashanti White suffered an injury in the first half of the Wilson game, an apparent leg injury. Is there any update, like what the injury actually is, and is there any timetable for a return? Is she going to be playing tonight?
No, unfortunately, she will not be able to be with us tonight, as well as Jenna. She has a slight MCL sprain, so it's no longer than a week. So she should be right back with us by hopefully next Friday, very similar to the same time. Hopefully, Jenna will be back.
How do you plan to fill that void and keep the conditioning up for a whole 32 minutes with only non-active players tonight?
Well, we got a couple players on the bench that just need to step up tonight. They're obviously the younger players, the 7th and the 8th grader, going to have to step up, and obviously Jermisha Moss, who's a senior, she's going to have to step in here and be consistent tonight and do what we need from her.
This team, this Hartsville team, basically lives and dies by the three, with two players shooting over 90 shot three-pointers this season so far. How do you handle that defensively, and does that change your game plan at all with that much emphasis on the three by your opposition?
It does a little bit. To the defense we run, leave us give up the three ball a lot more often. So we are going to have to change that up a little bit tonight with our defense, be a little bit more hands-on in the face. But I think we were able to learn a lot of that from playing Wilson last week, because we had to be that way last week. So we're going to take a lot of what we learned last week and apply it to tonight.
And Lauren Thomas, she gets to the free throw line a lot, but she's not the greatest at the line, shooting at 53%. Do you basically let her take her fouls and get to the line, or do you try to limit her free throw attempts?
We're definitely going to try to limit all free throw attempts. We realized in the last game, if you look at our stat book, you'll realize from Wilson everything was exactly the same except for fouls. Twos were the same, threes were the same. The difference in the data there was that they shot 23 free throws and we shot 12. It is imperative that we limit those fouls tonight.
Your defensive strategy against Laura McQueen held her to, as you said, 15 points on 4 of 21 shooting. Nice job, by the way, I'd like to add.
Thank you.
With the two players for Hartsville scoring in double digits, Jaslyn Pendergrass and Lauren Thomas averaging 16.6 and 10 points per game. Is there some way we're going to see that same strategy return, try like you did against Wilson, trying to contain Loyal McQueen and Chase Hayes?
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to that. And also, when you know you have those players that shoot those threes, you don't leave them wide open. I mean, you make that imperative to your players that wherever they are, you know where they are at all times. And that's what we will do tonight.
Yeah, anyone?
That's all.
I think that's it. So, well, good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you next. That was Coach Smith talking to us pregame, and like she mentioned, one big thing that we forgot to mention before is the injury bug that has befallen the Chiefs so far, with now not only Jenna Berger being out, but also Ashanti White with a little bit of a strained MCL. So not a huge injury for her, but still a tough break for her, for her and for the team, having now to play with only 9 players on this Chiefs team. Both players will be back on Friday, so not only will the Chiefs have to play shorthanded tonight, but they will also have to go to Darlington on Tuesday shorthanded as well. So, and we talked to her, she talked about how the bench needs to, pick up the slack. But I think you also have to kind of slow down the pace a little bit in order to avoid that fatigue of running back and forth around the court.
That's exactly right. Throughout the season, I've had to fear the Chiefs only carried 11 players on their team this year, so there was always that risk if you got into injuries or foul trouble, you're going to be shorthanded. So they're only going to have 9 tonight. But the one thing that they have to make sure that they can't do tonight is get into foul trouble. I mean, during the Wilson game, Jordan Berger fouled out. Mm-hmm. Riley Vincent had 4. Daviana Hatchell had 4. And Ashanti White had 4. So you can't really get into foul trouble. You're already shorthanded anyways.
And that's going to be one thing we talked about before, how Lauren Thomas she uses that body to get to the line. So that's going to be something that especially the bigger players like a Daviana Hatchell, like a Jordan Berger, are going to have to make sure that they avoid, because you don't have the depth on your bench in order to replace those types of players. Yes, you still have a Destiny Vereen on the bench that can come in and take some minutes, but you want to have your two big men on the court a lot in this game, and as a result, that's going to be something that the Chiefs are going to have to really watch out for tonight.
Most definitely, most definitely.
So we are about 5 minutes away from tip-off. What are your keys to the game tonight?
Well, my keys to the game, I already said one. You got to stay out of foul trouble, obviously. Yep. I already named off who got into foul trouble.
Yep.
You got to play cautious tonight. You're already shorthanded. You can't afford to lose one early in the game. You have to make sure you could limit those fouls, obviously. You don't want to get into foul trouble and risk fouling out, as we saw during the Wilson game, as it seems like their intensity kind of slowed. They were afraid to be more aggressive and, drive into the paint and get a body on someone because they were afraid of fouling out.
Yeah, you could definitely tell in that game, they were starting to make that run and starting to get back into the game, and then the foul trouble came, and they had to back off a little bit and not play as aggressively defensively, and that's what really killed them in the end against Wilson.
And after the Ashanti White injury in the first half of the Wilson game, something just wasn't right with the team. I mean, they were still playing hard, definitely, but it seems like they just didn't have the spirit. They obviously had to fight, but when one of your players is on the injury table and you're not knowing what the severity of the injury or what the timeline is, how long Ashanti was out, I mean, we know now.
Yeah.
It makes you think while you're on the court.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, but at the same time, that's something that can also galvanize a team, not knowing, having someone go down, especially someone as crucial as Ashanti White to your team, going down halfway through a game can make your team want to play even harder for that player.
You want to win the game for Ashanti.
Of course. Of course. Any other keys that you had?
Actually, yes. So, with only 9 players, and there's 4 players consisting of 2 freshmen, an 8th grader and a 7th grader, the youngins are going to have to step up. I mean, Vincent, Vereen, Nice, and Sharp. I mean, they're going to be your bench tonight. I mean, we assume Riley Vincent's going to get the start, but with a short bench, everyone's going to have to step up. Even Katie Runyon's probably going to get some playing time tonight, especially if they get into foul trouble, which they can't afford to do. But you need a big game out of your youngins. I mean, this is the future of the program.
Yeah, I was just going to say that this could very well be a game that really shows what the future of this team is going to be beyond this year, moving forward for the next 3, 4, 5 years even, with a player like Destiny Vereen only being in 7th grade.
That's right. So it's going to be an interesting one. 1 week away from home, of course, last week, the thrilling overtime victory against Myrtle Beach. It's glad to be back. The Wilson game, the atmosphere was much different. Once again, thank you to everyone who came out and to everyone who tuned into the broadcast. Back to Hartsville, the thing I found interesting when looking at their stats and stuff, they played 3 games over the last week, and they only actually played 2. One of them was a forfeit win against East Clarendon on January 11th. That's very interesting. You don't really see that much in college basketball, oh my goodness, high school basketball. High school basketball. My apologies, everyone. High school basketball. I mean, I looked at their roster, East Clarendon. I know I'm sort of going off topic a little bit.
Perfectly fine.
But East Clarendon has a very nice team. They have a lot of players, and their team is actually very solid. So there could be any possibility of why that game was forfeited.
Yeah, probably some sort of transportation issues. But, yeah, I mean, having to play that many games, even with the forfeit in such short of time, has to play into a fatigue factor. One key that I'll bring up real quick before we go to break, and then we'll come back for the lineups and tip-off, is the fact, we talked about it with Coach Smith, this team is going to live and die by the 3. So the Chiefs are going to have to watch out for that. So we'll take a quick break and be right back with starting lineups and tip-off here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind everyone, we ask that you please show respect to all coaches, players, and officials, but most of all, let us show respect to each other. That being said, let's play some basketball. First, for the visiting Lady Red Boxes of Hartsville High School. Number 3, Azaria Knox. Number 4, Alicius Benjamin. Number 12, Lauren Thomas. Number 22, Amiante Sutton. And number 24, Jocelyn Pendergrass. Head coach of the Lady Red Boxes, Coach Justin Johnson. Assistant coach Wiley White. Athletic director, Coach Gary Harley. Principal, Mr. Corey Lewis. Staff, Ms. Makia Jefferson. And now, let's get ready for your North Myrtle Beach High School Lady Chiefs. At the guard forward position, a sophomore, number 10, Adea Perrine. At the point guard position, a junior, number 21, Ashanti White. Johnson. At the guard ball position, a senior, number 23, Jordan Berger. At the guard ball position, a junior, number 24, Daviana Hatchell. And at the center position, a seventh grader, number 40, Destiny Green. Head coach of the Lady Chiefs of North Myrtle Beach, Coach Brooks Smith, assistant Allison Umpire, assistant Derek Benson, Maya Moore, Asian Ford, Asia Gomez, and managers. Athletic director is Joe Quigley, principal Ms. Teresa Todd, assistant Mr. Thomas Britt, Mr. Mills Moore, Ms. Tashina Chestnut, athletic director, Booster Club President, Mr. Timothy Green, assistant Ms. Susan Kingston, VP, Clark, Mr. Steve Hall, staff Ms. Asia Ford.
So that'll be the starting lineup for both teams. First for the Red Foxes, we'll write it down. Izaria Knox is starting, as is Alatrice Benjamin, Lauren Thomas, Amianta Sutton, and Jazelyn Pendergrass. And for the Chiefs, it will be Adiana Vereen, as we are about to get the tip-off ready. It seems like Vereen is taking over for White as the tip-off goes all the way to the backcourt, and it will say that Vereen stepped out of bounds, so it will be Hartsville ball to start it off.
What's very interesting is that they accidentally announced Ashanti White. I don't know if you heard me yelling over. She's hurt. She's not starting.
I heard you. we knew more than they did, apparently. As the first shot, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Long outlet pass from one Vereen to the other. Inbound layup attempt, good. Rebounded by Berger. Now outlet pass to Vereen, but that is intercepted by the Red Foxes. Now Pendergrass passes it. Now passes it inside. Layup attempt gets tipped and stolen by Vereen. And just like that, the Chiefs will push it up court once more. Now Vincent with the ball at the near side wing. Now passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell kick out to Vincent. Vincent thought about taking a shot. Now to Hatchell. Hatchell with the three. No good off front iron. Offensive rebound, however, by the Chiefs. Puts it up, no good. Another offensive rebound by Vereen. That ball is tipped and taken by the Red Foxes. Pendergrass pushing it up, stops. Now brings it back out. Now kicks it out over. Now near side over to Pendergrass. She takes a shot, no good. Rebounded by Vereen. Now Vincent with the ball, bringing it up the court. Now an inlet pass inside to Hatchell. Hatchell puts it up, no good. Tipped, out of bounds, and they will say it went off of a Hartsville player, so it will remain Chiefs ball. Still no score here, just under a minute and a half played in the first quarter. Vincent to inbound. Vincent passes it inside to Berger, who puts it up and in. First points by the Chiefs, and it's a 2-0 ball game to start off.
She had 29 last game. She's already has 2.
Passes it over to the near side corner. Stop and pop, no good. Offensive rebound or lay-in attempt, no good. Scramble for the ball. No whistle blown. Now they finally do blow it. And it will be a jump ball. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs. So nice defense by the Chiefs. And it is now, oh no, it will be Hartsville ball, excuse me. Red Hawks inbounding from the baseline, and an errant pass is stolen by Hatchell. Hatchell now pushing up the court. Thought about it, now dribble drive, and she will get fouled. Just over 6 minutes remaining in the first quarter. 2-0 ball game. Vincent to inbound. Now inbounds it to Hatchell, who puts it inside to Berger, who puts it up, no good, but she will draw a foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
It seems like the Chiefs are not afraid to, once again, crash the boards. They've been getting a lot of offensive rebounds early on thus far in a little under 2 minutes here. Just haven't been putting up those offensive boards back. Berger makes her first foul shot.
The first one is up and good, so that extends the lead out to 3.
Hartsville already has 2 fouls.
Yeah, so nice job by the Chiefs drawing fouls, and the second one's up and good as well. 4-0 ball game.
Berger has all 4 points thus far.
Pendergrass brings the ball up, now passes it over to Benjamin. Benjamin back over, driving, inside pass, now back out to Pendergrass, who takes the 3, and she drains it. Jaslyn Pendergrass does what she's known for, takes another 3 and drains it, and it's a 4-3 ball game. That ball goes out of bounds, tipped, so it will remain Chiefs ball.
Well, Hartsville did a very nice job finding a hole in the zone that Brooke Smith will be playing tonight. They were able to get a wide open 3, and they're on the board.
Vincent with the ball, now passes it inside to Berger. Berger trying to push her way inside, kicks it out to Hatchell, who takes the 3, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Nice scramble for the ball, but Hartsville able to retain possession. Inlet pass into Sutton, and she's able to get it in for the bucket.
Oh, that was Lauren Thomas.
Excuse me, that was Lauren Thomas. The long hair, you can't really see the numbers on the back of the jersey, as an errant pass is stolen by Hartsville. Now Pendergrass passes it out. Now passes a long 3, no good. Offensive rebounded by the Red Foxes. An errant pass is stolen, however, by Vereen. Vereen thought about pushing it inside. Now kicks it back out to Vincent. Vincent over to Vereen. Vereen passes it over to Berger. Berger, stutter step, drives down the baseline. Almost lost the ball. Hatchell able to get the ball back. Is able to get her own rebound. Puts up another shot. Rebounded by the Red Foxes. Red Foxes slowing the pace down a little bit. Now over to Pendergrass. Now back over far side over to Sutton. Sutton passes it, thought about it, stutter step, gets it stolen by Berger. Berger is going to drive coast to coast, puts it up, no good, but they'll call a traveling violation. Tough break for Jordan Berger.
Well, the Chiefs have had a bit of an issue, not as big as the Wilson game, turning the ball over. As you saw, that was the first possession of the game. They also had a turnover. Gonna have to clean that up.
Sutton with the ball, now passes it over, now passes it inside. Pat kicks it back out, now back over to Sutton, now back over to Pendergrass. She drives, thought about taking a shot, now puts it up. Offensive rebound, however, but now the Chiefs are able to get the ball back. Long outlet pass to a wide open Jenna Berger, no good, or Jenna Berger, excuse me, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Pendergrass pushing it up quickly. She will draw a foul, and they'll call an offensive foul.
That's a good charge.
Nice charge right there by Vereen.
Good job sacrificing her body on that one. North Myrtle Beach is going to take their first time out. 3:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Hartsville up 5-4.
Yeah, so after a 4-0 start for the Chiefs, Hartsville has gone on a 5-0 run. Both teams playing, decently, but not, some sloppy play on both sides so far.
Well, I guess we kind of expected that tonight. I mean, both teams, they don't really score much. They're very, very similar scoring-wise, points per game. We knew it was going to be an offensive struggle.
Yeah, with the Chiefs averaging 51.75 points a game, the Hartsville Red Foxes averaging 55.1 points per game. So a little bit better offensively are the Red Foxes, but defensively the Chiefs are much better. The opponents averaging only 32.1 points per game as compared to 52.2 for Hartsville.
And the Chiefs are going to have to get someone else involved other than Jordan Berger on the stat sheet. She has all 4 points, a field goal, and 2 foul shots. Of course, she missed the bunny on a long outlet pass.
Hatchell brings it up, now kicks it out to Vereen. Vereen thought about driving, now kicks it out to Hatchell. Hatchell at the near side wing, passes it inside to Berger, who puts up a floater up and under, no good, gets there on offensive rebound, gets another offensive rebound, and is able to kick it out to Hatchell. Vincent now with the ball, stutter step, passes it over to Hatchell. Hatchell gets it inside to Berger, who puts it up, and good, and one. Jordan Berger doing all the work tonight. That gives the Chiefs a lead once again.
Chiefs are not afraid to use their bodies tonight. They're digging down low tonight, drawing a foul, going to the line for the and one. And it's good.
And the end one goes in, so it is a 7-5 ball game with just under 3.5 minutes remaining. Stutter step passes it over to Pendergrass, now passes it inside, now back out. Now inside, stolen by the Chiefs. Vincent thought about driving, now tried to pass it inside to Berger again, but lost the ball. But Berger able to get the ball back, thought about putting a shot up, now kicks it out. Vereen puts up a floater, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Some pressure defense forces the ball out of bounds. And they will say that a Chief did not touch it, so it will be Chiefs ball. Great defense off of the miss, and being able to smother the Red Foxes and get the turnover.
Good job by them to do that. Jamisha Moss is into the game for Vereen.
Moss driving, passes it inside to Hatchell, who misses a lay-in, but gets her own rebound and puts it back in. 9-5 with 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. Pendergrass now passes it over far side to Benjamin. Benjamin back over to Knox. Knox back over to Benjamin. Benjamin thought about driving near side, now passes it over to Knox, now over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass thought about taking a shot, now passes it over to Thomas. Thomas thought about it, now passes it inside, and they will call a foul. Foul will be called on Vincent. So Thomas will inbound from the baseline. Looking for a pass, now passes it all the way out almost to the timeline. Now passes it over to Pendergrass, far side wing. She thought about driving, now kicks it out. Long three, no good by Knox. Offensive rebound, however, by Hartsville. A long three by Pendergrass, no good. That's also offensive rebound by Benjamin. She takes a three, no good. Rebounded, but this time by Berger, and she will be fouled. And that will be Hartsville's fifth foul already. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Well, I said in pregame the Chiefs have to stay out of foul trouble. Now we're looking at Hartsville trying to stay out of foul trouble.
Hey, not only do you have to stay out of foul trouble, but you want to get some fouls. As Berger thought about driving, and they will call a traveling violation on Berger. So it will be Hartsville ball. Berger trying to do it all for North Myrtle Beach tonight as Benjamin brings the ball up. Or excuse me, that's Knox who brings the ball up. Now back over to Benjamin, far side wing. She thought about driving, now kicks it out to Knox. Now back over to Pendergrass, who gets her shot rejected by Vereen. Vereen thought about driving, now she loses control of the ball. Scramble for the ball at midcourt. Still loose, and they will call a jump ball. Possession error will favor the Chiefs. So the Chiefs get lucky on that one.
What I don't understand there is that we've had 2 straight possessions where Hartsville was playing half-court defense, but the Chiefs were just trying to get the ball up court as fast as they can, trying to rush a shot.
Yeah, a little sloppy with the ball right there as Vincent passes it over to Vereen. Vereen passes it inside to Hatchell, who puts up a lay-in, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Pendergrass pushes it up. Thought about taking a shot, now passes it over to Knox. Knox back over to Pendergrass, who takes a three, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by Hartsville. Tries to pass it inside to Hudson, but that is tipped out of bounds. It will remain Hartsville ball.
Go
ahead.
That was very nice. Whenever Hudson got that foul, the Chiefs immediately went into his own defense, double-teaming her and causing her to get the ball off a Chief player, and it will stay here. So good job.
Knox loses the ball, but they're able to get it back. Pendergrass with the ball near side wing. Stutter step off of a pick, now passes it far side. Thought about taking a three, now kicks it back out. Now a long two is no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Moss, and they will call a traveling violation on Jermaisha Moss. So a tough break for the Chiefs after some good defense. And it will go back to Hartsville.
35.8 seconds remaining in this one, in the first quarter, I should say. Still 9-5.
Knox to inbound. Passes it out. Long three, no good. Rebounded by Moss. Moss pushes it up. Moss will go coast to coast. Lay in, no good. Off defensive rebound, and a foul will be called on Vereen.
Once again, Jamisha Moss got that got that rebound and just went coast to coast and threw up a shot, not even stopping and trying to set up an offense. So that's going to be something Coach Smith will be talking about in between quarters.
20 seconds remaining in the quarter. 9-5 ball game. Chiefs in the lead. Benjamin bringing it near side. Now passes it over to Pendergrass. She almost loses the ball. Scrambled for the ball. The Red Foxes are able to get the ball back, but they're going to call a traveling violation. That is on Lauren Thomas, and it will go back to the Chiefs with 7.3 seconds remaining, and them having the opportunity to get a last second shot off here. Passes it inside. Berger tries to play it up. Whistle is blown, and it will go out of bounds with 1.2 seconds remaining. And now the Foxes will get an opportunity. They do not get the shot off in time. It would have it missed anyway, but we will go to the first intermission with a 9-5 ball game. Chiefs in the lead, and like we talked about, Chiefs, they started off strong. I feel like this was a tale of three parts of this quarter because the Chiefs started off very strong, got off to a 4-0 lead to start off. Then the Red Foxes got on a 5-0 run, takes the lead, and then the Chiefs go on a 4-0 or on a 5-0 run to take the lead right back.
Yeah, you're right. It's a tale of three parts. Unfortunately, you can't really divide 8 minutes into three parts evenly. I mean, unless you have a calculator. But anyways, here's a few stats for the first quarter. For Hartsville, Lauren Thomas has 1 field goal for 2 points, and Jaslyn Pendergrass has the 1 3-pointer. Very interesting. Hartsville has only made 1 3-pointer. They probably took about 7 or 8, and some of them just missed everything completely.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it during the pregame that this team is a team that lives and dies by the 3, and we saw it in that first quarter. Hartsville to inbound. Now a handoff, dribble drive, puts up a floater, no good. That floater by Sutton, and a whistle is blown. It will be Chiefs ball. Ball tipped out of bounds. Hatchell with the ball, now passes it out to Vincent. Vincent gets it over the timeline, gets the double team, gets it over to Hatchell near the Chiefs logo. Now a pass inside, puts up a shot, no good by Moss, and that ball will go out of bounds. It will be Hartsville ball. Berger checks in once again. She only took about, a few seconds of a breather?
She had 7 points. You got to get her in there. 7 of the 9 points.
Actually, it will be Chiefs ball as Vincent to inbound from the baseline. Gets it over to Hatchell, and they will call that she stepped over the line. So it will be Hartsville ball once more. Sutton bringing the ball up. Now brings it far side. Handoff over to Knox. Knox over to Pendergrass. Now hands it off to Hudson. Hudson over. Now passes it over to Sutton. Now back over to Pendergrass, who takes a 3 and drains it. Oh, excuse me, that was Knox who took that 3 and drained it. And just like that, it's a 9-8 ball game with just over 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Passes it inside to Hatchell. Hatchell over to Berger. Berger almost lost it, but is able to put it up and in. Jenna Berger extends the lead back out to 3. 11-8 ball game.
Jordan Berger.
Jordan Berger, excuse me. Anticipating Jenna's return. As that ball goes out of bounds off of Hartsville. So that transition opportunity by Hartsville goes to naught. As the Chiefs gets the ball back, a long pass by Vincent by Vereen over to Vincent, who takes the 3 from the point and drains it. That's her first points of the ball game, and doing what she does best, take those 3s. And just like that, it's a 13-8 ball game. Passes it over to Pendergrass. She loses it, but they will call that it was tipped by Berger, so no backcourt violation. Hands it off to Sutton. Sutton passes it near side, now hands it off. Hudson driving, tried to put a shot up, no good. And that ball will go out of bounds. It off of Jermisha Moss. So it will remain Hartsville ball.
The Chiefs are playing sort of a soft zone thus far, really forcing Hartsville to work for their shots.
Knox to inbound. Passes it all the way out. Now Sutton with the ball at the point. Calling out a play. Driving near side off of a pick. Now passes it over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass bringing it back out now. Now back over to Sutton. Sutton thought about driving. Now does off of a pick. Drives far side. Down the lane. Thought about putting a shot up. Now kicks it out. Sutton takes a three. No good. That ball, a nice save by the Red Foxes.
That was Sutton.
And they are able to reset. A floater shot, no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger almost lost the ball, but is able to reset and slow down the pace a little bit. Berger almost lost it again, but is able to recover. That ball is stolen by Sutton. Sutton dribble drive, stop and pop, three, bucket.
That was a two.
Yeah, they'll call that a long two as her foot was on the line. 5 minutes remaining, 13-10 ball game. Vincent drives, almost lost the ball. Stolen, and it will be stolen by Hartsville. Passes it out, dribble drive, floater by Sutton, drains it. And just like that, it's a 1-point ball game. 13-12 with 4:50 remaining in the first half. Long pass out to Moss. Moss loses it. Stolen by Hartsville. Pendergrass pushing it up. Thought about driving, now kicks it out, takes the corner three, rims out. Rebounded by Moss. Berger now with the ball. Almost lost it herself again. And now she'll slow it down. Passes inside to Berger. Berger up and under and puts it in. Jordan Berger extends the lead out to 3 once more. 15-12 with just over 4 minutes remaining to go in the first half. Sutton with the ball now at the point. Moving it far side. Hands it off to Knox. Knox over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass near side wing. Thought about it. Tried to hand it off, but almost a failed attempt. But they are able to get the ball back. Hudson tried to put up a shot, but she gets called for an offensive foul. A nice job by Hatchell to draw the charge.
That was Destiny Vereen.
Oh, excuse me, that was Destiny Vereen who drew the foul.
That's a second charge.
Yeah, a nice job on the defensive end drawing charges. 3:55 remaining in the first half. 15-12, Chiefs in the lead. Quick pass over to Vincent. Vincent almost lost it again. She drives, floater, good. Riley Vincent now with the bucket. Sutton with the ball, bringing it up court. Over the timeline. Thought about driving, now drives near side. Hands it off to Hudson. Hudson almost lost the ball, almost an errant pass. Now passes it over to Sutton. Stutter step, floater, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville, however. And they will call a jump ball, and it will be North Myrtle Beach ball.
Good job by Vereen, just getting her hands on that ball, forcing the tie up, and we're going the other way.
Hatchell with the long pass out to Vincent. Vincent over to Berger. Berger up and under, good. Jordan Berger continues her hot streak tonight. And just like that, the lead now extended back out to 7. 5-0 run for the Chiefs in these last few minutes. Now Sutton calls out play, drives it, kicks it out to far side corner. Driving far side floater, good. Hudson with the floater.
Oh, that was Knox.
Vereen with the pass over to Berger. Berger trying to drive. Berger passes it inside to Moss. Moss! Oh! Oh, that was sharp, excuse me. And that ball rimmed in, gets the hometown rim as a three by Hudson, no good. Offensive rebound, and a foul will be called. That foul will be called on Berger. That's her first. They'll send Lauren Thomas to the line, who we talked about during the pregame show. Very notorious for getting to the line. Her first one, no good. She's very good at getting to the line, but hasn't been all that great of making the shots, only at a 53% clip. First one no good. Second one up, also no good. Rebounded by Berger. Berger trying to get it out of the trap. Almost lost the ball, but Vereen able to get it out. Now try to pass it inside. Stolen, but a good pressure defense by Vincent. But they're able to break out of the trap defense is Hartsville. Now hands it off to Knox. Now back over to Sutton. Sutton thought about driving. Now passes it inside. Hudson puts it up and good.
Oh
no,
no basket.
They'll call an offense. I'm not sure what they're calling on that. They're calling a foul
42.
on North Myrtle Beach.
That's on
Sharp. But I'm surprised that they didn't call that as an in the act of shooting.
I was going to say, they waved off that basket. I would assume we'd be going the other way.
Yeah, as now passes it inside. Easy lay-in for Thomas. And it's now a 21-16 ball game. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the half. A little bit of a pressure defense. They're able to get it out. Vincent, however, loses possession of the ball, and they're able to break out. Now stop and pop. Long two, drained it. That was Benjamin who took that long two. And it's now a 21-18 ball game with a minute and a half remaining. More pressure defense. Passes it inside. And Berger will draw the foul, or excuse me, Sharp will draw the foul. And she will go to the line to shoot two.
Well, that's the 8th grader who has gotten limited time. However, she's going to have to step up tonight, and thus far she has. She's been great on the board. She has a bucket.
And the first free throw is up and good.
And a made free throw.
Yeah, so yeah, she's played some good minutes off of the bench tonight, where she normally doesn't get much time. 22-18 with 1.5 minutes remaining. Second shot up, no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Pendergrass bringing the ball up now, hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin hands it off. Now back over to Knox, a long errant pass by Benjamin, and it will be North Myrtle Beach ball. Minute 14 remaining in the half.
And I just realized the Hartsville now has 7 fouls, so the Chiefs will be in a bonus for the next 1 minute and 14 seconds. They're going to have to push the ball inside, get to the line, because they've been effective 4 or 5 thus far.
And they do. A nice pass by Hatchell to get it to Berger. Missed the shot, but a nice attempt by Berger to recover her own rebound, but it results in a jump ball, and possession arrow favors Hartsville. Sutton bringing the ball up slowly. Bringing it far side, now drives near side. Thought about taking a shot, now kicks it out to Benjamin. Benjamin passes it inside, now kick out to Pendergrass. Pendergrass floater off of a drive, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs, but they will call that Hatchell stepped out of bounds, and it will remain Hartsville ball. 43.4 seconds remaining in the half. Pass all the way out to Sutton. Sutton passes it over to Pendergrass, near side wing. Pendergrass thought about driving, now passes it back over to Sutton. Looks like Hartsville may try to save it for one last final shot. Pendergrass drives, and they'll call a traveling violation on Pendergrass. 26.3 seconds remaining in the half.
It's a 2-possession game. Hartsville is in a full-court press here.
Yep, a slight full-court press that the Chiefs are easily able to get out of, and they get it inside to Berger, who puts up an easy open layup, and that'll extend the lead out to 6. 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Trying a bit of pressure defense on Pendergrass, and they'll call a foul. Oh, they'll call a time. Hartsville will call a timeout with 8 seconds remaining. 8.6 seconds remaining in the first half. And some nice pressure defense right there on that possession by the Chiefs.
Well, that was not a great job by Pendergrass, just giving up her dribble with no one around here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the Chiefs able to swarm her, kind of force her to, I guess, just hand it off, and Justin Johnson had to call his first timeout. 8.6 seconds remaining here. Chiefs with a 3-possession game, 24-18. They're going to need one more stop here before they go into the locker room.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And just like the song, I don't know if you could hear it, this game's like a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah. It's been back and forth, up and down all game, with each team getting a bit of a run going throughout both of these quarters. Inbound pass, hands it off. Sutton almost lost the ball. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Floater. Good.
Okay.
A floater from the far side elbow by Sutton ends the first half. So at the end of 2 quarters, it is 24-20, Chiefs in the lead. So we'll take a quick break and come back with half game stats and analysis right here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. North Myrtle Beach Chiefs lead the Hartsville Red Foxes 24-20, and I'll kick it over to Tyler for some first half stats.
So while both teams are in the locker room, 24-20 here, we have about 5 3/4 minutes before we get back. One thing that stuck out to me, Jordan Berger had 29 points against Wilson on Tuesday. Of the 24 points, she already has 15, so she's on pace to beat that.
It's going to be very interesting once Jenna gets back next week, how this offense is going to adapt to that, because her sister has taken so much of the reins of this offense. This team, with both of them on the court, is going to have a dominant inside-outside presence.
Well, not only are they competing for leading scorer of the Chiefs, they're also competing for valedictorian and salutatorian in the class of 2020 here at North Myrtle Beach High School.
So great athletes and great students, both of them. So it's gonna be very nice to have both of them on the floor once again. But in this game, like you mentioned, Jordan just absolutely dominant. It seemed like, especially in the first quarter, the entire offense was going through her.
Well, no doubt about that. I mean, only 9 points spread out between, let's see, 3 other players.
So, I mean, the vast majority of the offense has been going through Jordan Berger. Riley Vincent was able to get a 3, so she got on the board.
She has 5 total points. And Hatchell has a bucket, and Sharp has 3 points. The young 7th grader making her first start of the season.
Yeah, so nice seeing her make her first appearance this season, being able to get on the board. In terms of Hartsville, how have they looked?
Well, Knox has had 5 points, 1 field goal, 1 3-pointer. Benjamin has had 1 field goal. Lauren Thomas, the one we were talking about with the double-double, or averaging a double-double,
Yep.
the Chiefs have held her to 4 points on 2 field goals, and with her shooting 53% of her foul shots, that's gone down as she's 0 for 2, taking the only 2 attempts for Hartsville thus far. And Sutton, number 22, is leading with 6.
Yeah, she was one of the 2 players along with Jaselyn Pendergrass who has taken a ton of threes this season. And we saw both of them take a few threes and a few kind of errant threes that, we talked about with Coach Smith before the game, how to focus on that, and the Chiefs have certainly done a good job of allowing them to take their threes, but having some pressure on them at the same time and forcing errant shots.
Well, this team shot 15% from the field against Darlington. The game before last game, the Marlborough County game, unfortunately we couldn't find stats in time. But one thing that stood out to me was Sutton. She shot 0 of 18 from the field in that game. And she already has 6 points, so she's having a bit of a bounce-back game.
Yeah, she's definitely looking for a bounce-back game, and you can tell that the offense, they're trying to have the offense go through her in this game, as we have about just over 2 minutes before the second half gets underway. What do you think is the key for both of these teams going into the second half?
Well, for the Chiefs, obviously, you have to limit the turnovers. You have to manage your time. You have to be a little quicker getting it up to half court, but once you get across half court, you have to slow it down and set up some sort of offense. There's been 3 times I've counted where a Chief player would get a defensive rebound and then just take off and try and take it coast to coast. Maybe they were trying to force a foul.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as you have the open lane, it's the right call. But yes, I agree. Especially Jordan was trying to force the issue a little too much at times. But at the same time, she was also drawing a lot of fouls, so that was helping the Chiefs get this lead. As long as they are able to reduce those turnovers, I think the Chiefs should be good, because it seems like they're the much better team on the offensive end right now. They're much more consistent, and they have a much more, even though tonight at least Jordan Berger is scoring the vast majority of the points, they have a much more balanced offense than Hartsville does.
And I was talking about the bench having to step up tonight. The only points off the bench are from Carlin Sharp, who has 3. So if you take those away, the 5 starters for the Chiefs are outscoring Hartsville.
By one point, but still,
that's impressive.
That is still something good to see, as we are a few seconds away from getting the second half underway, and the Chiefs have just re-entered the arena.
Very interesting choice of playing My Girl by the Temptations.
Oh, yes. Always interesting here at North Myrtle Beach.
One thing I found very interesting with the lineup going out onto the floor for Coach Smith, they're playing 2 bigs in Hatchell and Vereen.
Yeah.
Whereas normally they just play.
And I mean, if you really think
Hatchell.
about it, Berger is a big as well, pretty much.
Well,
she's the tallest out of anyone on this team.
Well, she's more of a stretch 4. She's athletic. She can move.
As the inbound comes by Hartsville, that ball is tipped out of bounds. It will remain Hartsville ball.
Though by starting 2 bigs, you have taken Lauren Thomas I guess, sort of out of the game, only having 4 points thus far.
Inbound from the sideline, some pressure on the inbound. They are able to get it out. Pendergrass, nice step back three by Pendergrass, and it is now a 1-point ball game. 24-23, Chiefs in the lead. Hatchell, almost lost the ball. Passes it inside to Berger, who puts up a hook shot, no good. Rebounded by Vereen, who gets it back to Berger, puts it up, no good. She gets her own offensive rebound, however, and puts it in. 26-23, 7.5 minutes remaining. That floater, no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Vereen now with the ball.
They're slowing the pace down. I like that.
That's exactly what you need to do right now if you're North Myrtle Beach, especially with the lead, as Vincent passes it over. Vereen passes it inside to Berger, who very quickly passes it to Destiny Vereen. She puts up the shot, no good, but it will be a foul, so she'll go to the line to shoot two.
I was going to say the Chiefs are obviously feeding the hot hand of Jordan Berger, but she's not being selfish. She saw Vereen open under the hoop. Quick pass to her. She goes to the line.
And the first one up and good. Yeah, that was a very wise play by Berger, seeing Vereen wide open underneath the basket while in the air, as the second one's off front iron. Scramble for the ball taken by Hartsville. Knox with the ball. Now passes it far near side corner. Driving, passes it inside. No good. Scramble for the ball. North Myrtle Beach able to get the ball. Vincent now with the ball, bringing it over the timeline. A long pass over to Hatchell. Hatchell to Vereen at the free throw line. She takes the shot. No good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. A nice save by Berger. Passes it straight to Vereen. She is not able to get the lay-in, though. And it's rebounded by Hartsville. Sutton thought about taking a shot and now tries to get it over to Benjamin at the near side corner, but it's tipped out of bounds by Hatchell. It will remain Hartsville ball. Sutton to inbound. Inbounds it all the way over to Knox. Knox back over to Sutton. Sutton bringing it far side over to the point. Stutter step. Now handoff over to Knox. Knox thought about driving. Now kicks it out to Benjamin. Benjamin hands it off. Now back over to Sutton. Sutton stutter step. Drive. Lay in. No good. Offensive rebound, however. Put back. Lay in. No good. Rebounded by Vereen. Vereen almost lost the ball, however, but now she will be able to get it to her sister, and they will get it over the timeline. Passes inside to a wide open Berger. Berger tried to put the shot up. No good, but it is tipped out of bounds, and it will remain North Myrtle Beach ball.
They're still forcing the ball inside. That has to be something Brooke Smith was.
Vincent passes inside to Berger. Up and under. No good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Scramble for the ball, however. Vereen able to get it. No good. Another scramble for the ball. Hartsville will be able to get it, and a foul will be called on Destiny Vereen.
As I was saying, Brooke Smith had to have been preaching. You have to be tough and physical under the basket, and you have to force the ball in there. Mm-hmm. They've been doing that. Unfortunately, they couldn't get a shot there to fall.
Sutton to bring the ball up over the timeline. Stutter steps, now hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin bringing it near side, now passes it over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass thought about taking a three, but now brings it out, now slows down the pace. Now passes it over to Thomas. Thomas driving near side, and she loses possession of the ball, but they'll say it was tipped by Vincent.
5 minutes, 15 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Chiefs have a two-possession lead at 27-23.
Knox inbounds to Sutton. Now Sutton thought about handing it back off to Knox, but decides against it. Now drives near side, drives down the sideline. Stutter step, pull back three, no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Vincent almost lost the ball, scrambled for the ball. Vincent able to get it out of the trap to Hatchell. Hatchell passes it inside to Berger, who puts it on a spin move with an easy lay-in. Jordan Berger continues her strong game.
That was some nice post moves.
Now Pendergrass takes a long three, no good. Rebounded by North Myrtle Beach. Vincent now crossover, almost lost the ball. Is able to recover, brings it near side down the baseline, tried to pass it inside to Vereen, loses the ball. Sutton will go coast to coast, Great transition defense by Adaya Vereen, but regardless, Sutton is able to put in the lay-in. And just like that, it's a 4-point ball game, just over 4 minutes remaining. Vereen now with the ball, passes it inside to Berger. She loses it. Stolen by Pendergrass. Scramble for the ball. Vereen able to get it. Vincent with the long three, no good. Offensive rebound by Berger, however, and she's able to put it up and in off of the offensive rebound. And
Oh no.
That's not good.
Destiny Vereen is down holding her knee.
That's not a good sign for this already short-handed North Myrtle Beach team.
This is the last thing you want to think about now.
She fell awkwardly off of that inside pass.
Chiefs trainer Allie Bird is crouched down below her, trying to stretch it out. Vereen is shaking her head no, and she just went down on her back.
Yeah, so hoping for all the best for Vereen.
Oh, she's getting up.
Vereen. She will get up and she'll walk off the court on her own power, so that's a good sign for her. But like we talked about at the beginning, an already short-handed Chiefs team now goes down to 8 players, presumably, at least for a little while.
So Jamisha Moss is going to take her place for the time being. 3:56 remaining here in the third quarter, 31-25 Chiefs.
Knox bringing the ball up, bringing it far side, hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin stops and pops it, gets it rejected by Hatchell. Vincent with the ball. Stutter steps, lost control of the ball, and that ball will go out of bounds off of Vincent. So it will be Hartsville ball once again.
Another errant turnover.
Yeah. Tough break for the Chiefs as Sutton brings the ball up, now hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin back over to Sutton. Sutton thought about taking a three, now drives. Now almost loses the possession of the ball. Thomas with the ball, passes it far side corner. Stutter step, loses the ball, and stolen by Moss. Moss thought about pushing it, now gets some pressure defense. He's able to get it inside to Berger, who kicks it out to Hatchell, who puts up an easy 2 from the free throw line. Open free throw shot for Hatchell. And just like that, it's now a 33-25 ball game with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sutton calling out a play, getting a pick, driving far side. Now kicks it out to Pendergrass, who takes a 3, and she drains it, does what she does best. And now it's a 5-point ball game.
That's her third 3 of the night, Brandon.
Hatchell passes it inside to an open Berger, and she puts it in. Jordan Berger with another lay-in, and she continues her hot night.
Matches the number on her back with 23 now.
Sutton stutter steps, almost is able to drive all the way. Nice outlet pass. Shot by Benjamin, no good, but an offensive rebound by Pendergrass, who takes a long 2. Defensive rebound, by Moss. And now Vincent pushes it up. Thought about passing it inside, now kicks it out to Moss. Moss inside and an errant pass to Vereen. That ball will go out of bounds. It will be, oh no, they'll actually say it was tipped off of a Hartsville player. So it will remain here, Chiefs ball.
2:07 remaining here. The Chiefs kind of have their lead swelled up to 35. My goodness, 7. 7 now.
35 points in total for the Chiefs as that ball is passed inside. Scramble for the ball, it was tipped out of bounds. And it will remain Chiefs ball. Oh no, they'll actually say it went off of a Chiefs player, so it will be Hartsville ball.
Coach Smith is shaking her head, wondering what is going on with the Chiefs, turning the ball over so much over the last couple games.
Sutton decides to slow the pace down a little bit, bringing the ball over the timeline, bringing it near side wing. Gets a pick, drives far side, now passes it inside. Lay-in attempt, good by Hudson. And just like that, it's a 5-point ball game. A long outlet pass to a wide open Berger. She will draw a foul, and she goes down hard, but she's okay. And she will draw the foul and go to the line to shoot 2.
I got scared whenever she went down.
I was, as soon as I saw she went down, especially with 2 Hartsville players right by her, I was like, oh no, that's not good. That's the first one up, no good. Off back iron.
Berger has 23 points thus far, and with that missed free throw, now 3 of 4 from the line.
Second one up, good. That'll extend the lead out to 6. Knox with the ball, passes it over to Sutton. Sutton bringing it near side, calling out a play, gets a pick, tried driving far side, lost possession of the ball. Outlet pass, easy lay-in transition bucket for Jordan Berger. And just like that, it's a 38-30 ball game. Just under a minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. Sutton with the ball, bringing it over the timeline. Stutter step, drive, stops and pops. Good, long 2 by Sutton.
I'm surprised she made that. She had 2 girls right in her face.
But, I mean, she had some room there. As a whistle is blown, timeout is called by North Myrtle Beach as Vincent almost lost possession of that ball.
A minute and 3 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Chiefs up by 6 with them leading 38-32.
Yeah, a very much back and forth game here as both teams have had their runs.
But one thing that the Chiefs still have not really figured out yet is the turnovers.
Yeah.
They're very, very wild with the ball thus far, and thankfully they're still up. I mean, there's still 9 minutes to go in this one.
Oh yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. They've also gotten very lucky that a lot of the errant passes haven't been capitalized on by Hartsville as the inbound pass inside to Hatchell. Hatchell tried to get it to Berger, who lost it, scrambled for the ball. They will call a jump ball. Possession error, or no, excuse me. They'll call a foul on Berger. I don't know. I think that was supposed to be called on Berger.
I don't know, but the Chiefs have 3 fouls thus far this half. They're staying out of foul trouble.
Sutton with the ball, bringing it near side. Passes it inside to Thomas, who draws the foul. 46.1 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 38-32 ball game. Inbound by Thomas. Sutton drives all the way to the lane. No good on the layup attempt. But a steal by Hartsville. Jump ball. Possession arrow will favor North Myrtle Beach. No, though. Oh, no.
It is North Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
They're wondering who's going to inbound it. Is it going to be
okay.
Moss or is it going to be Vereen?
So
They choose Vereen.
Vereen does inbound it. They get a long outlet pass to a wide open Jordan Berger, who puts it up and in and one. A great pass by Daviana Hatchell all the way across court to a wide open Jordan Berger, and she's able to put in the easy layup and one.
Daviana Hatchell looking like Ramsey Lewis with the long pass downfield.
The end one, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by the Chiefs, and they'll call a foul, however, on Hatchell. So we're going the other way once again as Knox inbounds.
Jordan Berger has 28 points thus far. Wow.
Yeah, she's basically been the entire Chiefs offense as Sutton brings it far side, now brings it back near side, calling out a play. Driving far side. Thought about handing it off. Now takes a three, no good. Rebounded by the Chiefs. A whistle is blown, and they will call a foul on Hartsville.
Oh, no, Sutton's glasses fell off.
Okay.
Remind me a little bit of Horace Grant.
Long pass inside to Berger, who puts up no good. Rebounded by Hartsville. Some transition defense as the quarter expires. So at the end of 3, it's 40-32 Chiefs in the lead as we head to quarter number 4. A very wild third quarter, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. The errant passes, well, I shouldn't say the errant passes, the long passes down court have really helped the Chiefs. Jordan Berger has been very, very smooth at being very, very quick getting down court, and she's shown off them good hands.
I mean, she's been so fast at getting down court on these transition opportunities that it looks if you didn't know any better, if you couldn't see where she was just a few seconds ago, you would think she's cherry picking underneath the basket the whole game.
Jordan's not that kind of player.
No, not at all. But the way she's been able to be under the basket seemingly every possession for the Chiefs, she's been great offensively, and she's been the entire offense pretty much tonight.
She has 28 points to show for it.
So only 12 points amongst the remainder of the Chiefs as the inbound comes to Sutton. Sutton setting up the play to start the fourth quarter, going left to right.
Berger steals
a
it.
nice steal on the handoff attempt, and Berger goes coast to coast for the easy lay-in.
That's 30. I'm gonna run out of room on my on my stat sheet.
Sutton now slowing it down, gets a pick, driving in near side, tried to pass it off, and that ball is tipped out of bounds. Thomas loses possession of the ball.
Very interesting. I thought that went off of a Hartsville player. Brooke Smith pleading her case to the ref. She's actually on the court right now.
Yeah, and Smith not very happy with that call as they get it inside to Pendergrass. Now back over to Sutton. Sutton at the point. Sutton calling out of play, slowing things down. Stutter step, drive, puts up the lay-in, no good, but she'll draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two. 7:19 remaining in the game. 42-32 Chiefs in the lead.
That was a very interesting call on that on the inbounds play.
Yep.
That was very, very interesting. Sutton has 10 points thus far, going to the line for the first time tonight.
First one up and good. They'll cut the lead down to 9 as Sutton is a 62% free throw shooter.
That's also Hartsville's first free throw attempt, first free throw make of the night, 1 for 3.
Second one up, no good off front iron, rebounded by Berger.
Now 104 from the line.
Hatchell passes it long ways to Berger. Berger, an errant pass, trying to get it to Vereen. And it will go the other way. It will be Hartsville ball. Sutton bringing the ball up, slowing things down. Passes it over to Knox. Knox back over to Sutton. Sutton bringing it near side. Now back over to Knox. Knox calling out a play. Passes it over to Hudson. Hudson back over to Pendergrass. Now back over to Sutton. Sutton crossover. Thought about getting it to Pendergrass. Now it does. Now passes it over. Floater. No good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell getting double teamed, trying to get it out. She's able to get it to Vereen. Vereen has to go quick getting it over the timeline, and she does. Passes it over to Vincent, who takes a long three from the point. No good. Rebounded by Thomas. Now Hudson bringing the ball up. Sutton passes it over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass driving far side. Now kicks it out. 3. No, airballed. Rebounded by Berger. Hatchell slowing things down. Now back over to Vincent. Vincent far side wing. Thought about driving. Now brings it back over to the point. Now, an errant pass stolen by Pendergrass. Pendergrass goes all the way, but a nice transition defense by Vincent, rejecting the layup attempt. And Hatchell is able to get the ball. Hatchell driving far side. Thought about passing it over to Vincent. Now passes it inside to Berger, who passes it inside to Vereen, and she's able to lay it in. Oh, excuse me, that's Sharp puts it in the ball game. Sharp puts it in. That's her second point to the ball game.
That's 5 total for the 7th grader.
Now, Sutton thought about driving, now kicks it out. Pendergrass thought about taking a 3, now brings it back out and resets. Pendergrass bringing it far side, slowing the game down. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Thought about taking a shot. Now kicks it out to Sutton. Sutton far side wing. Sutton thought about stopping it. Probably now passes it inside to Hudson, who gets fouled. Thomas. She will get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
They're going to call a foul on that. I'm surprised. It looks like Sharp got all ball on that one.
Yeah, a tough break for the Chiefs. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the ball game. 11-point deficit for Hartsville. 44-33, Chiefs in the lead. The first one up, no good off front iron. So the lead will remain 11 for the Chiefs.
I'd like to add that the Chiefs now have 8 fouls, so Hartsville will be in a bonus the rest of the way.
Second one, no good off of back iron. Berger lost it, but Hatchell able to be right there to recover the ball. Now passes it over to Vereen. Vereen at the point, passes it inside to Berger, who loses possession of the ball once again. Stolen by Pendergrass. Good transition defense by the Chiefs. Pendergrass stutter step, and she will be called. A foul will be called on North Myrtle Beach. That will be called on Vereen. That's her second. 4:45 remaining in the ball game. 11-point lead for the Chiefs as Jaslyn Pendergrass goes to the line to shoot 2. First one up and good, rims in.
The Chiefs are 1 foul away from sending Hartsville into the double bonus for the rest of the game at 4:45 here.
That was actually a 1-and-1 as the second one is also good. So she makes 2. A little bit of slight full court press defense. Now a stronger full court press, but Vincent is able to break out of it. Gets it over to Berger, who brings it back out. Now passes it over to Hatchell. Now back over to Vincent near side wing. Now she brings it back to the logo and resets. Hatchell with the ball. Passes it inside to Vereen. Vincent with the ball now. Passes it inside to Hatchell, who gets fouled. And she will go to the line to shoot 2.
4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this game. The Chiefs still up by 9, a comfortable lead, but you can't be sloppy with the ball. I mean, they haven't been, but when it gets down to crunch time.
And they've gotten lucky at times with them being a little sloppy with the ball, but being able to recover their own mistakes as the first lay-in by the first free throw by Hatchell goes in.
That was her first attempt of the night.
That extends the lead up to 10. Second one up, good.
Now it's up to 11.
Yep. A quick pass over to Sutton. Sutton now over to Knox. Knox back over to Sutton. Sutton bringing it near side, hands it off to Knox. Knox over to Hudson. Hudson hands it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass takes a long 2, no good. Rebounded by Vincent. Vincent passes it over to Hatchell. Hatchell thought about driving, now kicks it back out, now back over to Vincent. Vincent stutter steps, now passes it back over to Vincent. Hatchell, and a foul will be called. Smith puts up the shot, and Sharp puts up the shot, and good. And she draws the foul, so she'll go to the line for the end one.
She's playing strong underneath for a 7th grader playing in a varsity game.
And she's pretty big for a 7th grader, and I'm assuming she still has another growth spurt left. So she could be pretty big, as that ball is no good. That free throw is no good. Rebounded by Knox. Knox passes the far side wing to Pendergrass, who takes a 3, no good. And a foul will be called. Oh, no, jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will favor the Chiefs.
Destiny Vereen's going to come back in, so it looks like she's okay. Carlin Sharp checks out. She has 7 points so far.
That's a good sign for the Chiefs, that she's able to get back into the ball game.
The crowd is also starting to fill up here. It was pretty light at first, but now.
Vincent drives, puts up a lay-in, no good. Offensive rebound, however, by her. Scramble for the ball. That ball will go out of bounds. They will call that it went off of a Chief. So it will be Hartsville ball. Just under 3.5 minutes remaining. 48-35 game. Sutton bringing the ball up, bringing near side, hands it off to Benjamin. Benjamin tried to hand it off to Knox, but almost lost it. Now Pendergrass has it, hands it off to Sutton. Sutton bringing it far side, now hands it off to Hudson. Hudson passes it over to Pendergrass, who takes a 3, no good. Rebounded by Hatchell. Hatchell now passes it over to Vincent. Vincent back over to Moss. Moss tries to drive, puts it up and under, no good. Almost offensive rebound attempt, but they will say it went off of Hartsville, so it will remain right here, Chiefs ball.
It's getting
2:45 remaining in the ballgame.
getting a little sloppy here late.
Yeah, a little sloppy on both sides as Vincent thought about getting it inside. Now kick out to Vincent, 3, no good. Offensive rebound attempt by Vincent, but no dice. As they push it up and an easy lay-in for Sutton on the transition bucket. And it's now an 11-point ball game, and a timeout will be called by Hartsville.
Well, 2:30 remaining in this one. The Chiefs, they have to be. I lost my train of thought. What's the word? They have to control the clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. They have to slow it down. They have to.
They have to be much more methodical with the ball on the offensive side, not trying to put up bad shots. You know, we talked about it before, the fact that you have no shot clock in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take as much time as you want trying to find that perfect shot. And I think at this point, with the lead where it is, that's what the Chiefs need to do.
Very interesting lineup combination out here. 3 bigs in Moss, Vereen, and
I think what they're trying to do, we talked about it before as the inbound comes. And a bit of pressure defense by Hartsville, but the Chiefs are able to break it out. Moss with the ball, passes it inside to Berger. Now kicks it out to Vincent, who thought about taking a 3, but kicks it out to Hatchell. Hatchell resetting. Now passes it inside to Vereen. Vereen thought about shooting it, but now tries to kick it out. Almost lost it. Now Vincent almost lost it. They'll call a foul on Hartsville. That will be called on Pendergrass.
Hartsville was 1 foul away from sending North Myrtle Beach to a bonus here.
Just over 2 minutes remaining in the ball game, 48-37. As Vincent almost lost it again, now hands it off to Moss. Moss spin move, now passes it out, now back over to Berger at the point. Berger driving far side. Berger driving, kick out, thought about taking a shot, but then decided not to, does Moss. Now back over to Berger. Now back over to Hatchell. North Myrtle Beach just basically trying to run out this clock. Berger with the spin move, laying good. Berger with another bucket.
32.
A minute and a half remaining in the ball game, 50-37.
Hands up.
Sutton with the ball, hands it off.
Riley, wake up.
Thomas with the ball, now over inside to Thomas. Now a scramble for the ball. Chiefs are able to come up with it. Davion Hatchell with the steal.
Katie Runyon is now at the scorer's table, checking in. Or she will check in.
Minute remaining in the ball game as a whistle is blown.
And Alana White's going to come over to the scorer's table.
Foul is called on,
Timeout.
Timeout was called by the Chiefs.
So a minute and 1 second remaining in this one. It looks like it's over. So Coach Smith is going to clear the bench with Alana White and Elena White, and Katie Runyon. The funny thing is with Katie Runyon.
You mean Alana Neese?
Alana Neese. Oh my goodness, wow. And we still have another game to do after this. The funny thing is, talking with Katie Runyon before the game, I was sort of asking her because she gets off the bench sparingly this season. I kind of asked her, hey, are you going to get some playing time? Are you going to get some playing time? And Katie replied, I don't think so. You know, they don't really use me that much. Well, Katie, I proved you wrong. That's right.
And this gives me an opportunity to congratulate the volleyball team, of whom Runyon as well as Jenna Berger is on the team.
And Jordan Berger.
And Jordan Berger as well, for winning the state championship in Division 4, in Region 4.
Back to back, may I add.
Yeah, in quadruple A. So a nice job for them as a whistle is blown, foul called. It looks like Hartsville will try to intentionally foul. That'll send Riley Vincent to the line to shoot 1-1. First one up and good.
It's very interesting seeing Katie Runyon lining up for the foul shot against number 22, Sutton, and Runyon's 6'2".
Second one up and good as well.
Runyon towers over her.
As a 3 put up good by Benjamin. And that'll reduce the lead. Oh, they'll call that a long 2, apparently. That'll reduce the lead down to 12. 53.5 seconds remaining, and a timeout is called by Hartsville.
Messed up my stat sheet. Well, the Chiefs are up by 12, 53.5. I know you already said that. I just wanted to say it again.
No, of course.
But you think they're going to start running clock.
Oh, you got to imagine that they're going to start running clock. This game is just about over, barring a miracle at this point. So the Chiefs just have to be sure to maintain possession and not allow the Red Foxes to get the ball back very easily.
And if you're Hartsville, you want to limit mistakes. I know it's a short time, but you have to build towards that next game.
Exactly, and if you want to even have a chance of getting back in this game, you got to play that pressure defense, which they do. And that ball is tipped out of bounds.
These two teams will meet again at Hartsville on January 31st, I believe.
Yes, I believe you are correct.
So it's going to be a nice trip. Going to be the longest for the Chiefs at 2 hours.
As Hatchell able to get it over the timeline. Vincent with the ball now, getting double teamed. Able to get it over to Hatchell. Hatchell thought about passing it inside, but now a foul will be called.
Oh, no, that's a double dribble.
Oh, wow.
A turnover.
So we talked about it. You don't want to have any turnovers, and just like that, the Chiefs do turn the ball over. 37 seconds remaining as Benjamin stutter steps, drives no good on the lay-in attempt. Rebounded by the Chiefs. Chiefs are able to get it out, but a steal floater, good. Azaria Knox puts it up, and a timeout will be called by Hartsville. 52-42 with 25.7 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Well, Hartsville is still fighting.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, and that's what. No matter what the score is, that's what you hear all the time is the good coaches and the good players play until the final whistle.
That's right.
And as Yogi used to say, it ain't over till it's over.
Very interesting. Jordan Berger just came over to the scores table to check in.
I guess just to make sure that this one's finalized. I mean, with only 27 or 25.7 seconds remaining, you would have to imagine that this is over.
Well, 25.7 points less. What am I doing? 25.7 seconds remaining. This 10-point lead. I'm kind of curious about. That's why.
Pass. The Hail Mary pass for the easy lay-in for Jordan Berger. Is there a milestone or something that we're missing on? As a lay-in is good, and a timeout will be called by Hartsville once again. So 54-44 with 13.2 seconds remaining.
Well, Jordan Berger just filled up my stat sheet under field goals. There were 15 spaces. I circled all 15 of them.
I mean, I wonder what her career high is. Maybe that was it.
You never know, but she's having a great game. Great game.
Yeah, she has basically been the entirety of this Chiefs offense tonight.
I mean, there's obviously better words to describe than great, but
yeah.
I'm not that great with words. I'm sorry. Who scored that last bucket for Hartsville?
I wasn't sure. It was such a quick transition.
I don't think they ever announced it.
Yeah. 13.2 seconds and another Hail Mary pass. Berger this time loses it, however, and she's shaking her head and laughing down the court saying, I could have had another one. 10 seconds remaining in the ball game.
This is it for Hartsville.
Lay-in attempt good by Thomas.
That will do it,
and
probably.
And that will do it as the clock will not stop. And that will seal the deal. 54-46 is your final here in North Myrtle Beach.
I feel like it's pretty obvious who the player of the game's going to be. We're going to see if we can get her over here.
We're going to try to get Jordan Berger over here real quick. And we'll talk to her in just a second. She is most certainly our player of the game for this one. And then we'll talk to Jordan and then get you some final stats and analysis of this one. And we have Jordan here right now, and Jordan, a great game for you, absolutely. You filled up Tyler's entire stat sheet tonight. Did you just feel like you had something going right from the get-go tonight?
No, I definitely had to get it going, and we had to figure out what we needed to do as a team to get the basket.
With how many players were off of the team tonight, with both your sister and with Shanti White out, did you feel like, especially with the limited bench, that you really had to pick up your tempo tonight?
Definitely missing those two is a big thing, but I have faith in our team, and we know we can do it without them, and that we got to play hard for them, so when they're back, we're on a winning streak.
Was that your career high?
That might be my career high, to be honest.
At the end of the game, it looked like you were enjoying just running down the court. As soon as the ball left the shooter's hands, pretty much, you were across to the other court,
Yes,
other
sir.
side of the court. How does this team, build from this great win and moving further into region play?
We're going to keep moving on and use the lessons that we learned in this game to play better in the following up games.
Thanks
We
a
got
lot.
a tough region.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jenna.
Thank you.
And that was Jenna Berger. So now we'll do some final stats and analysis. Like we talked about, Jordan had a great game tonight. That's all you can really say in this one, pretty much.
Well, I just switched over to the mic, so if I sound like I'm screaming, I'm sorry. This is the way it was the first two games, unfortunately. So, yeah, obviously, Jordan Berger probably had the game of her high school career. 34 points of the team's 54.
Yeah, when you score over half of your team's points, that's when you know that you're having a dominant game.
Oh, it was an amazing performance. But I also have to give major props to Carlin Sharp, the 7th grader, making her first career start. She had 7 points off the bench.
Yeah, so that'll just about do it for us for the girls game. We'll be right back on the next stream with the boys game here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network.
Hartsville